Brainiacs. Yeah. What's up with everybody? Yeah, man. Gonna be a wild night, maybe, possibly. It ain't up to me. It ain't up to me. It's up to you. It's up to you. Hope everybody's doing good. They got their coffee. They got their beer, their edibles, whatever the hell you want to eat, drink, smoke, chew, whatever. Hopefully we're gonna have no problem tonight on the stream, the live stream. Hopefully. Again, everybody, shout out to livepush.io. You guys are doing a great job at trying to monitor the stream. Take care of the stream. Make sure that it's going to do what it needs to do. Yeah, man. So, if you guys have never been here on Total Topic Madness, whatever the hell you guys want to talk about tonight on the broadcast, it's free and clear. Just do me a favor. Try to keep me out of church service, please. I'm kind of asking you, please. Keep me out of Sunday morning revival. Thank you. If you guys want to talk politics, it's your guys' time. But nevertheless, my friends, sit back, call the show, share what is ever on your mind, my friends. Welcome to the Matrix Minds. Let's do this. Welcome aboard.
What do you say, Brainiacs? You guys ready? It's time. It's showtime, brains. That's right. It's Matrix time. And it's go time. Welcome aboard, everybody. Let's go! Talk about ufology, conspiracy, controversy, and anything and everything that we can get into tonight. Let's go. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Get up, Brainiac. Yeah. It's definitely your show. Your show, and we appreciate you for being here. Buckle up, everybody. Board.
Yeah, you madness brainiacs. You crazy ass antics. You guys are the ones right there. You guys are the ones. Well, first of all, let me apologize because the broadcast title did not update. So, I don't know. They know about that. I don't know how, no offense, but I don't know how long you guys are going to hang around with being done. It's always something, man. I'm telling you, it's always something. Again, you guys, I'm relying on you. Totally, I'm relying on you tonight. Guys, I went over some, I threw out there. What are we going to talk about? I have no idea what we're going to talk about. Man, the shit you guys, you dropped, oh my God, you dropped a laundry list of stuff to talk about. But let's see if you call it and talk about it. That right there, that's the key. That's the key, is to get you guys involved and figure out what the hell you guys wanted to talk about. I mean, I can go to my screen here. I can go to my screen and see what exactly you guys bring. I can bring all the topics back up on the screen over here. But very, very interesting. Guys, I asked you, I asked you guys for topics, and you're like, oh yeah, it wasn't no time. You guys like 50 different comments on it, and it's like, I will go through the topics. This is quite intense. The topics you guys wanted to talk about, without a doubt. Is it frozen for you guys also? I'm reading the comments here. Matt and the Brains, what's up? Are you early? Are you early tonight? No, I'm not really early. Not early. Robert Ed is like, is it frozen for you guys as well? Have you heard anything about the Stargate system, Matt? Come on, Andy. Come on, bro. Yeah, man. Which one? On which plane are we talking about? Which density? Because there's that topic is like huge. Okay. The Stargate system. There's multiple, bro. There's multiple systems in which is creating the reality that we know. What's up, Minnie? Angela Black is in the house. Miss Julie's in the house. Mr. Cassidy, Miss Black, Tina Danley. You got filling up in here, man. Oh man. Again, I hope you guys are doing well. Miss Elizabeth Ann, howdy to you as well, my dear friend. Frequencies that open portals. Yeah, man. See here. Check this out, right? Check this out. I've been told throughout the time, that the Sphinx, is it the Sphinx? Yeah, Sphinx, as well as the Great Pyramid of Giza, is a lot like you guys just said. Frequency that opens portals. Now, mind you, Akhenaten, I do believe, is the one that sat between the feet of the Sphinx and said, one day you will be the Pharaoh of Egypt. And sure as shit, he ended up being the Pharaoh of Egypt. So here's the thing. If any of you guys know any tour guides, in Egypt, they will tell, or even if you've been there. I haven't been there. I would love to go to Egypt, but they'll tell you that just being around these magnificent structures, it's like they resonate with you as a being. They resonate with you as a core being, right? And on top of that, it's like they indeed definitely resonate. Okay, they have gotten carry their own vibrational frequency. So with that being said, who is the one, right? Who is the one to unlock the Sphinx? Or who is the one to unlock the pyramid? Right? Because, have you guys, how many of you have actually seen the movie, I think it's like this Fifth Element or something like that? I think that's it, the Fifth Element. I'm going to look up here. But again, I'm going to go through these topics. I'm going to share my screen with you here in a minute. All right, so this is really cute. 41 comments now. 41 comments. Yeah, man, I'm going to have to throw my glasses on so we can read these comments. We'll go over some of these topics with you guys. Again, this is really, really cool that y'all, like, no hesitation, man. Just jumped right in on that one. Let's see. 41 comments. I want to see all of them. All of them comments, right? There we go. Why haven't you had the Draconian guy on? His name was James Janice Harper. The dude couldn't stand me calling him James. However, his PayPal was James. The reason why I haven't had James on is because I got tired of asking him. I got tired of asking him to come on the show and participate with everybody. And no offense, but I usually only usually only get ignored about 3 to 4 times before I'm like, I'm done. And I literally I can show you where I have tried and tried and tried to reach out to James, and finally I'm like, fuck it, he's done. Okay, he's done. I mean I even deleted the website, right? So anybody and everybody that tries to purchase the James Janice Harper material can't get it from me. I don't want nothing to do with the dude. Want nothing to do with him. I'm not going to sell the content, because if he's not going to have anything to do with me, I'm not going to sell his content and then him say, oh, well, you're making money off of my stuff. Right? No, man, I'm not. I'll just wash my hands and be done. It's easier that way. Definitely easier that way. We pester you. You guys, no, you guys blow my inbox up. I do love you guys, man. I think he goes by different names. Yeah, he goes by different names. What's crazy is he's just lacking to tell you, or me, or anybody else for that matter, his real name. Okay, now we're coming into an era here where my name means something. Your all's name means something in this world, in this matrix system that we're in. My name means something. In fact, I can go back, like I've told you guys before, we can go back and I can share with you that my great grandfather of the 17th generation, 17th generations back, was the builder of the what's called the House of Seven Gables. Previous, this man also was the what do you call it? The pilot of the Mayflower Compact, and his name was John Turner. He had 2 boys that supposedly they drowned it at sea. Same thing as me. Gave the government hell, and well, gave the religious community hell, saying they persecuted. They put him in prison for that shit. They put him in prison multiple times for doing what I do. It's crazy, but for real, for doing what we do. I can't just not leave myself in this mix. You guys do it too. All right, man. I've got this switchboard open. You guys have, come on. Let me drop the number in here? Is that what I need to do? Drop the number up in here? Got Richard Roller up in here, but no, they already killed Richard. I can't even let me drop this number. I'm gonna drop all this stuff in here. Dial in the phone lines, baby. Let's say, dial it in here. Show ID. I'm gonna drop it. There we go. Boom. Australia, Canada. Look at there. There you go. There's you some numbers. So let's check this out. I do believe Richard Roller finally come through. They always mess with this poor dude. Man, they do. Australia, leave Richard alone. What's up, Richard? How are you, bro? Richard, what are you gonna do with the rest of your life? I want a podcast. I want to rock. What's up, man? How are you doing? Yeah. Could you ship me a handful of fairy dust? You could try, huh? What's up, Mr. John Lacron? I love seeing this dude come in here. John's good. John's great. Yeah, man. Hang on a second. There we go. Try turning you up a little bit. There you are. Say hello, everybody. Let's try this again, Richard.
Let's try this again. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I should be coming through.
You are now. That was my mistake. That's
all right, brother. We all make mistakes. This is the thing. Some of us make huge mistakes. We've seen some of the biggest mistakes happening on this planet. And if we can't come together and know our truth within ourselves, because I think what we're seeing is power being taken away from the people. and handed over to, say, influencers or to this or to that. And we've talked about power within, and the God power that everyone should know that they have. And
Right.
we're seeing this more and more now, where people's power is getting taken away from them. And this is why we have segregation. This is why we have depression and all these labels to put down society and people and individuals. So, you know what, people? You are magical in some way, shape, or form. It's finding that power and finding what you can do within yourself. It's really important right now to project that, project it on others, and just go out there and do it. You don't have to have magical fairy dust. As much as I'd like to say I've got some tucked away in my pocket, I don't. The magic, I know it's sad. The magic that we use is our compassion and the love that we have for others, and that should resonate and should shine down on everyone.
It needs to, Richard. You know why? We are getting everything. Looking around, get a load of this, right? You know, I am definitely a very fair, definitely a fair guy. I truly do. I enjoy interacting with everybody. I love talking to people. Did you hear about where this young fella, I'm just throwing this out there. This young police officer who's a sheriff in Florida got taken out. He's 21 years old. A Florida sheriff, a kid, 21-year-old kid got shot by a female being served a warrant. Did you hear about this at all?
No, I didn't.
I went. No, mind you, I'm going through a pissing match. Not really a debate because I will not debate with these people. But here, check this out. Let me set this scenario up, right? Because I'm really a fair and just person. I'm going to look at the causality and the total formality is what the situation, how it transpired. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So get a load of this. This woman got served a warrant for her arrest due to like narcotics, right?
Yep.
Nevertheless, that she got served the warrant. Once she left police officers in the house, she went to a bedroom supposedly, grabbed a BB gun, a pistol-looking, real-life-looking pistol.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and she held it up to the cops. Right? She held it up to the sheriffs. All right. Well, what did they do? They opened fire on this woman, okay, striking her supposedly 2 times. But the problem with the entire scenario is one of them stray bullets went through the wall, penetrated the bedroom wall, penetrated into the arm of the kid, the sheriff, the kid, but he died.
Oh my lordy.
What do you think they're doing? What do you think the community of people are wanting to charge, as well as the media, with this woman who drew a gun at the officers, right? But yet this random, accidental bullet went through the wall and killed this sheriff. What do you think? What do you think they're doing? What do you think they're doing?
Well, firstly, it's a shame that drugs are really affecting so many people on this planet. And like I've said it before, there's never bad people or bad kids, just bad parents. Secondly, drugs in this scenario, whatever this woman was thinking, she was obviously out of her mind.
Right.
And it's really sad because no one should have to suffer because someone makes a stupid decision right there and then. And when we talk about weapons, and guns and stuff like that, like, isn't it ironic and messed up that the first thing that someone does, if they're pulled a weapon in front of them to their face, is they'll shoot straight back. They won't aim for the kneecaps. Because I tell you, if you shoot someone and they blow out their kneecap, they're going to drop that gun and they're just going to fall to the ground.
Right.
There's no 2 ways about it. But it's always, oh no, I should have done that, but I shot them in the head instead. Or I didn't, I just opened up and aimed fire. So it's a really bad situation. And this happens, I guess, a lot, and you hear about it in different stories like this. I don't know what's going to happen, but something needs to be done where people need to be held accountable for this stuff.
All
Drugs
right.
are never going to be off the streets. Let's get one thing right. They're there for a purpose.
So
The
get a load,
police are never going to be gone, are they? So you tell
Richard.
me.
Richard. So get a load of this, okay? They're looking to charge her with murder on that cop. They are. Even though no, here's where no,
Even
no,
though she didn't fire a one single
it does
round.
not matter. That's correct. They're trying to, the media, as well as you can go over to, like, justice for da 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 da. They're trying to seek murder on this lady, and I'm the person I am is going, who fired the bullet that killed the policeman? Because you got, dude, you know me. I love my police officers here. In fact, I literally made a meme for them and told them, I love you guys, and I back you. But if you do something stupid, I'll call you out on it. Right? I mean, that's just who I am. I mean, that's what I'm. But again, the woman didn't fire the woman did not aim the weapon at the police officer, and pull the trigger. This was a random act of God. The bullet going through the wall,
The magic bullet.
the magic bullet. I mean,
Mm.
they're trying to hit her up with murder, and I'm like, I no. Here's again. I even went and dude. Everybody's like, oh well, you're probably got criminality within your blood too. And I'm going, no. I just know that if the woman didn't shoot the guy and like literally aim the damn weapon at him. You know what I'm saying? So it's right. So whatever, man.
She'd want to have a good lawyer, that's for sure.
Oh
Because
yeah, it's definitely something.
as soon as you stand in court, and I think it's when you recognize that you've done something wrong, because this is how they get most people for a misdemeanor or a fine. As soon as you open up that fine, you're
Mm-hmm.
recognizing and agreeing to their terms that you've done something wrong. Now, if you take that fine and you mail it back to them and write on the back of it some words like, wrong person, or I do not consent, or whatever, there's a few words you could probably use, then you're not giving them the authority to say, hang on a second, he's already just opened that, he or she's opened that letter and recognized that they've done something wrong. So when you stand in court, you're already basically saying, yep, you know what, I'm going to fight for a chance here because I'm agreeing that I should have a trial. And as soon as you do that, they'll just hammer you with everything that they've got. Because remember, the law doesn't work for the people, it works for the system.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've got a good lawyer, which I don't really think there's many of them out there, I'm sure there's a few, but a good lawyer should provide the assistance that someone would need to not be charged with murder, because at the end of the day, it wasn't her bullet that killed the policeman.
No, see, this is where even Sue and all of these, even the brains, are going, if it was your kid, would you still feel the same way? And I said, yes, I absolutely would. That doesn't make me a bad person. That makes my view, my persona of judgment, or my perception completely unique to you and everyone else. And everyone else is completely different as well. So this is what makes us unique. Again, the girl didn't fire the gun at the guy that killed him. How would you judge something like that? Yeah, I mean, if Sue, it'd be the same way. Even if it was Matthew, it was a stray bullet.
It's the act itself that she did that caused
Doesn't matter,
the chaos.
Michelle. Doesn't matter. Michelle's she created the incident. It doesn't matter. Okay,
She did create the incident.
She sure
She's
did.
right in saying that. She sure did.
She did.
Now, because it was ended in such tragedy, it shouldn't. Well, this is the thing, and Michelle's right by saying she created the incident. This is where they'll just throw it straight back at her, because it'll be like, well, if you didn't do that, this man or woman would still be alive. You created that incident. You made that choice. This falls on you. And it's like, well, I didn't even shoot the person. Well, you know what? You started it, and we're about to finish it. Bye.
Right. Oh yeah, yeah. Again, this goes back to everybody having their own unique, individual perceptions of how to handle something like this.
Mm-hmm.
And this, no offense, listen to what I'm about to tell you. This is where AI, okay, you ain't gonna like me telling you this, but this is
eat
where
this shit up.
where AI will say the same damn thing I did. Did the woman fire the bullet which killed the police officer in question? No, she did not. All right. What jurisdiction do they have to hold this woman for capital murder to a police officer if she did not fire the weapon in which caused, right? So again, I'm just saying the way I believe AI would look at it, because I already know AI does not give a shit about feelings. Does not care about our feelings. It's going to do what it sees as logical, rational. Doesn't care whether your feels get hurt or even mine. I'm not lying, am I, Richard? You've dealt with AI for quite some time now too.
Yeah, I remember when I got a gun pulled on me when I was in New York. Now, I think for that split second when I looked at that gun and it was pointed right at my chest, it wasn't just pointed at me from a distance. This thing was touching my chest. And I remember looking up, and for a second I'm like, is that you, 50 Cent? Is that you, 50? And I'm like, this dude was massive.
Mm-hmm.
And for that split second, I thought to myself, oh shit, there goes getting a little bit of weed here in New York. Oh no. Come on, man.
Right?
That's the guy that I was talking to before. And the next thing you know, these two guys robbed me completely blind.
Right.
And then I heard this sound, ding ding, and I looked over to the right of me, and the elevator doors opened because I was in this apartment. I should never have been there, but you know.
Why were you there? I'm
Let's
just
not
kidding.
get into that. I told
Let's
you
not
why I
get
was
into
there.
it. I know, right?
And the elevator's open. The elevator, should I say? And there's probably about 5 or 6 homies in the elevator, and they took one look at this little white boy, and they all started laughing their asses off. And then the doors closed, and I'm like, oh shit, I need to bail out quick as I possibly can. So headed for the other elevator. There's me just pushing the button like, get me out of here, get me out of here.
Okay.
But do you know what? It was the next day, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was just so shocked, and I was just like, that was so dangerous. I'd never had a gun pulled on me and put to my chest, and it didn't hit me till the next day. And these are the things that people, you know, deal with every day. You know, police pulling guns, getting guns pulled on people and stuff like that. Your perception and your reaction is kind of put off by it because it's dangerous. It creates fear. You can't think straight, and that's why we have these poor incidents where people do dumb shit.
I'm trying to hang on. Trying to tell Andy that it was not a kid. It was not a child. Andy, no. Wait. I don't want you to get the story wrong, bro. This was not a child, okay? This was a 21-year-old man. 21-year-old man. And the policeman, friendly fire, accidentally went through the bedroom wall and took out the 21-year-old officer. There was no child involved in this. So let's not get the story crossed here. What the story goes is simply, yeah, you guys are confusing the shit out of the story here.
Okay, so the story. All right. Let's make sense of this so people can understand.
Okay.
So what I'm gathering is that this woman, when she was approached by this police officer, both men, the police.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to look it up. The reason I'm gonna have to look it up because I don't want to get any cross detail. I was reading the post, but yet,
Yeah.
bro,
I guess either way, at the end of the day, someone was killed not by her, but she's getting charged for murder.
right, yes, right. Okay, where are we at? Officer shot and killed in Florida, CNN. That's in 2014. Oh, come on, y'all. Officer killed in Florida, 21, and this is saying, that's funny. It's giving me shit from back in, there we go. Man shot by police dies, 12 injured, no. Law enforcement line of duty deaths, no. Florida police officer killed after veering, no. It's not giving me any of that I'm looking to get. Are you kidding me? Bro, this is beyond stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
The world's in a pretty stupid
What
place
in
right
the hell is going on? Because this is stupid. I'm trying to bring up the article and there is no article. I know that I was going to try to share it with you, share it with everybody else, and it's like, yeah, no, they are. We just won't won't share it with you. But I can't. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with you and show you the page. Let me just share with you the Facebook page in which the article's on, okay? I will definitely do that. Let me share that with you, and you guys can see what I'm saying is going on here. So let me go to the studio mode, go over here, just share with me Facebook, screen share right there. Dun dun dun. Where are we going? Window capture there. Well, right there. All right, so here's where we're gonna go. Where to go? Dun dun dun. Right here. Right here. Right here. Check this out, brains. So I'm taking you to a Facebook page that supports PSO, Florida Sheriff Grady and Judd, okay, primarily the Polk County Sheriff's Department. Now, mind you, the officer was a Polk County Sheriff, okay? This is the lady right here. I'll try to make this as big as I can. All of you guys is blowing at the chat. Richard, I'm trying to get these little bubbles out of the way. Jesus God. I cannot respond to. I really can't respond to all of you. I cannot. I try not to be honest with you. Okay. So here we go. Looking at this lady, right? This is the girl in question. Again, she did not shoot the officer. Charged with murder, authorities have officially charged 46-year-old Cheryl Williams with second-degree murder in the death of the Polk deputy Blaine Lane after they say she pointed a gun at the deputies, causing them to open fire. One of the bullets went through the wall. Again, stray bullet. That's what you call it. This is a random bullet, stray bullet, yada yada, to the wall of the trailer and hit Deputy Lane, who was in a tactical position outside in case Williams tried to flee. Williams faces a total now of 13 felony charges. Do you see the number? It couldn't be 14. Lord. It couldn't be 12.
Couldn't be 50.
It's got to be 13. Okay, cool. What time was it? Fox 13 News. Listen to me. Fox 13 News put out this article. Okay, 13 felony charges. Fox 13 put out the article. Wasn't this this guy shot at 1300 hours? I mean, maybe 1330 or 1331. The numbers, okay? These people love playing with numbers within this matrix system.
Jay's saying that because, and I understand the woman caused the incident, she should be held responsible and accountable. I totally agree with that, but this is where the law comes in and starts messing with people's shit. Because Remember, if she's responsible, which she clearly is, because it wouldn't have happened if she didn't do that. But the fact that she is, they don't have a law, a proper charge. They'll just slap as many charges as clearly as they have, because they've gone, well, endangering other officers, let's slap her with that, let's slap her for this, let's slap her for that. Now, that, to me, isn't how the system should work, because we can clearly, and I'll say this, that should point out to everyone that it's never a fair system, because if a boy can get done for carrying a gram of cannabis and go to jail for 10 years, and then a woman who shoots a BB gun and someone, or no, holds a BB gun and someone gets killed and she only serves 5, tell me how the system is right and how it works for the person. It's
Right.
not. It doesn't.
Right. Well, that'd be like me and you, right? Me and you. I do not hold a medical marijuana card. I do not really even smoke marijuana, but I from time to time. Nevertheless, let's just say I go down the road and I get pulled over and I've got I don't know, a pound or a half. Let's just say legal, right? Legal. A half a pound of marijuana on me, right? I get pulled over. What do you think is going to happen to me?
You're getting me in trouble, bro.
No, but for what? But
Because
for
you
what?
can't have half a pound of weed on you.
Okay,
You
but
have a
what's
license to
to
carry
say? Very good. What's to say if I had a medical marijuana card?
Well, they'd probably go, all right, where's the shop? My son wants to come down and visit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You see what I'm saying? Or let's just say we take the legal amount of medical marijuana you are legally allowed to travel with the medical marijuana card. You, Richard, have got a medical marijuana card, let's per se, right? You've got the legal amount that you're allowed to carry on your possessions, on your being.
Mhm.
I, however, don't. Rose or Tina does not. Okay? We don't.
Mhm.
Tina here, she's going down the road, and well, Tina gets pulled over by said ABC. She's got the same amount of weed on her as you do.
Mhm.
They're gonna do what to her when they're gonna do what to you?
Mhm. That's it.
Total bullshit.
Yep.
Total bullshit.
And I'll give you another example. When I was in Jamaica, do you know what they do when they bust guys with marijuana? And the guy that was my guide, he had a lot. Now, he told me, I said, so what happens when the cops get you? He goes, they just take it. And then they leave you alone. It's like, okay.
Chuck just said it. It sounds crazy going to jail for a plant. It does. Let me
It
show.
is.
Let me share with you this one.
It's ludicrous.
There's a plant that they now know. Okay, it is a common. My mother used to grow it in her fucking window. It's called Salvia divinorum. Okay, Salvia divinorum. Now, at the age of about 7 to probably I'd say 6 to 13, I had no idea what this plant would do. Okay, but now at the age of 47, guess what? I now know what this plant will do. Salvia divinorum. It is now a Schedule 1 substance. You cannot have it in possession with you. There are, however, check this shit out with what I'm telling you. Salvia divinorum produces salvian A. Okay, this is a lot like the substance or the molecule of psilocybin. Kind of gives you the same. Oh yeah, still kind of the same effect. Okay, but let me show you this, just because I've got to share it with you. Hang on. Salvia divinorum. Right there. I'm going to go to the plant. I'm looking for a specific website.
Chuck's looking at 6.
What's that?
I'll just read a couple of the comments. Robert says it's not just a plant, it's the devil's lettuce.
Sage wisdom. No, not that one. Mary Jane I'm looking. I cannot stand how they have changed the web, bro. They have literally changed the way we search for things. Like, give you an example. You can no longer just go to the web, the internet, and say, "Show me images of the spirit, the human, the spirit." You've got to be precise. I want pictures of the human spirit. Okay,
Brings up bottles of alcohol and stuff like that.
Oh, dude, it will. No,
Here's a bottle of Jim Beam.
Right. No,
What?
It'll give you images of the cartoon, the spirit, and you're like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, dude. Anything and everything that they can throw at you to distort whatever you're looking for or your narrative, they're doing that to the web. I'm just telling you.
Without a doubt.
All right, so I'm looking for this. The site. It might be actually gone. Because I'm trying to find there was a website you used to be able to go to and literally see it. Is salvia legal in my state? Okay, and it's like they taken it completely off. So I'm gonna show you the website. I'm gonna go to over here to damn, what do you call it? Wikipedia, right?
Wikipedia.
Because see, the other one it used to show you, right? Like literally, you could just break it down. It'd show you all of the states in the on the map and say legal, 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 illegal, legal, legal, right? So I'm just saying, right here in the state of Ohio, let's see if it's right. Okay, in Ohio, in May of 2007, Thom Collier, Republican, proposed a House bill to make there you go. To make salvia divinorum a Schedule 1 drug substance in Ohio. So no, it is not legal in Ohio. It is a Schedule 1 drug substance. Now let me show you what the hell the plant even is. Because again, my mother used to grow this shit in her window. This is a common plant, okay? This is a common house plant that we all see. Okay, right here we go. Divinorum.
See, this is the thing. If I say to you, war on drugs,
yeah,
people go, what?
There ain't a war
on drugs,
bro.
Okay, now listen. There's a war on drugs, and this war doesn't end. Remember that, because when they do this, the people who believe that all drugs are bad, because look, I don't think all drugs are bad. I think natural drugs like cannabis, mushrooms, and there are a few others that I particularly don't think about at all. Because remember, if anything connects you more to consciousness and spirit and gives you some kind of uplifting feeling, that's a big no-no in today's world. You can't cure people with depression or with anxiety with these drugs. Because remember, the pharmaceutical world and drug company rules this global pain. We should say, what is it? For people to feed on to cure whatever disease or whatever diagnosis or whatever they say. Because remember, labels too. There's so many disorders now. You could have just a disorder for looking out the fucking window.
Yeah.
This is the problem.
Right.
Is that they put this thing called war on drugs, which means that they have this eternal battle with it. So therefore, they can just make all these drugs illegal. And tell me, in anyone's right mind, where they think that a plant is actually bad. Because if anyone thinks that a cannabis plant or a marijuana plant is bad, they need to check themselves, because the amount of things that can be used and utilized from just the cannabis plant, I'm talking about the whole thing. I'm not talking about just the leaf or the buds. I'm talking about the whole plant. This is why we have this controlled system, because they allow themselves to put this war on terror, war on drugs, war on this, war on conspiracies, war on that. It's like, come on, man. It's 2022. Are you kidding me?
Richard, that's why, listen, bro, this is why I've told everybody within this little matrix right here, as well as the black sheep, the war is on for your mind. The war is on for your consciousness. Okay? That's like all of the patriots, all of the Q loving, Trump loving, God fearing, guns, guts, glory, saying, "Well, fight for your freedom, fight for your freedom, freedom." The problem is, bro, they don't fucking know freedom. They truly don't. They think that they think that they know freedom, but they don't know freedom. You tell me that they are, again, go down the list of the laundry list of all of the different things that you can utilize to cure these things, but yet you're put to the fire, put in prison for curing these ailments or this dis-ease, okay, that the system itself's created. You will go to prison because they've labeled all of these fucking toxicities, these substances, as toxic. They are bad for you. They're not, but that is the key. The human body has got how many millions of THC receptors within it? Cannabinoids. Okay, your body's literally built to receive these kinds of substances. Same thing with dimethyltryptamine. Dude, it's the same thing. It's like it literally your body is the lock, DMT is the key. It is a match made in heaven, buddy. It's the only thing I can tell you. Sorry
I love it.
Right? Wrong, bro. I'm being truthful.
I know, and you know, I can be judged or I cannot be judged, and it doesn't bother me.
Yes, Sue.
You know, as you know, I've dabbled and done a lot of psychedelics and done a lot of these what people consider to be drugs, and I'm telling you now that I think that if I didn't open my mind so much and I didn't actually come to terms with the grips of my own reality on what I'm perceiving, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. I wouldn't be talking to you like I am talking to you right now.
Me either, Richard. Me either, because you got to remember my story is
wild.
Bro, I didn't like myself. Okay, I had very little friends, but the ones that I did have, they kept me at an arm's length because I was not even the same person I am now sitting here in front of you guys in the studio. Seriously, I didn't like myself. My wife didn't like me. My mother kept warning me all through my life. I didn't like me. So finally, whenever I finally was like, I had enough. I got a hold of this substance, and I mean, I'm telling you right now, it is not a recreational drug. It is not a recreational substance by any means. So you definitely don't want to just go party on it because you're gonna be fucking whacked out of your mind, because you're definitely gonna be whacked out of your mind, but you're not even going to be mobile. Anybody that tells me, oh yeah, I smoked some DMT the other day and I was like, me and we went, go tell that shit to somebody else, because if you really got a hold of dimethyltryptamine and you did it the right way, you were drooling on yourself and you were immobile for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay? You were having the most ass-kicking teaching you'd ever had in your physical life. Mentally. It will I don't know. I can't explain it. I cannot explain it. I cannot explain that experience.
Look, there's a comment up in here, and I just want to read it out because, we've talked about this too. You don't need any medicine. Your mind can and will heal you. And look, I truly believe that too. But because we're conditioned to believe that certain things only cure the body, because remember, we're not so in tune with every aspect of our nervous system, within every aspect of our body. And this is why they cancel out drugs like LSD, mushrooms. These are the type of things that you can take that will actually help you connect more and become in tune with your body. This is what they don't want on a mass scale. Because if you could imagine everyone taking mushrooms, you would have, I'm telling you now, and it doesn't have to be high doses, it can just be micro dosing, it can be all that. As you know me, I pick every year. I've got an abundance of mushrooms just sitting in my shed, and when I feel like microdosing or taking some, I will take some. You know, and these things help in so many different ways. And people can go, oh, you're crazy, or whatever. But I can tell you right now, you know, I do what I do. I've got a family. I'm not completely lost in my mind. If anything, that's helped tune my brain to what's around me, to this so-called matrix, to this reality. And these are the things they don't want people to do.
It's definitely a unique experience, bro, because you know, anybody that says, you know, I just seen Kenny up in here ask me if I've met the elf people. I did not have the opportunity to meet the elf people. Where I specifically went, whenever you got to remember, Kenny, I was in a very depressed state of mind. Okay, so I wasn't just doing it to try to experience another reality. I was literally trying to do it to remove my being from this matrix system. You don't understand. I was trying to die. And I did. So visiting the elf world, sorry, my experience shot me right past that frickin' dimension.
Yes, it did.
I mean, I'm just being honest with you. I mean, I know, you know, I above and beyond the Wizard of Oz, dude. I shot through the moon to the other side of the universe and then beyond. I mean, I was how do I didn't really explain it. It's like I was in total darkness, yet I could still see. Darkness has a residual light to it. Okay, I was in pitch black, night is pitch black, and I could like still see myself. Yet I could see my auric field, right? But I couldn't see my hands because I felt so stretched out, and I wonder what the hell that was. I wonder what was that experience, and it was me being pulled in a multiplicity of directions, multiple directions, and then next thing you know, I seen through this really, really dark canvas this one little teeny pixel, and I'm like, I'm like looking around, I'm like, am I dead? And I'm like, but I'm thinking. I'm not fucking dead, I'm thinking. There's no way I can be dead. Where am I at? What am I? And it's like the moment as fast as I was even processing the question, the answer is there. And the answer is there almost, I want to say, faster than I was even asking the question to myself. You know what I'm saying? I look at the pixel. I look at this little teeny. We don't have the same vision as we would sleep. Well, I can't even say sleeping, because the way you see there is like all you can see in a spherical perception, front, back, sides, just like those who understand astral projection and can astral project, you see the very same way. Okay, it's like your body is enclosing one big ass eyeball. You can literally see around you. I mean, I can see in the back of my head. I mean, everywhere. So again, concentrating on this one pixel, you were looking through your fifth dimensional self, says Robert. Bro, I don't believe that. I believe it. Fifth dimension, again, fifth dimension was gone because you labeled it. You said dimension, fifth dimension. I was not even in a dimension. I was where dimensions were created. Okay? I'm telling you, you gotta be there. You gotta just experience what I'm saying to understand what I'm saying. It has no. You just put a label on it. I can't even really describe it because it's diluting the experience.
Yeah, and this is the thing. I guess like with these self experiences that people have on, these, I hate using the word drugs, but these things that they take, these substances, they're so unique and different to one's consciousness and the perception that they have of this experience, whether it be out of body, inner mind, multidimensional. It really creates something unique within the individual. And that is hard to relay onto someone else, because it'd be like me and you dropping some mushrooms at the same time and not even being in the same room, but trying to share our experience together. Now, I'm not saying that that's not possible. That is possible.
Right.
I think that would be a wild test, to say the least. But to explain one's own experience is very difficult, because I guess it's becomes more than what we can say and the perception that we have of this reality.
Larry
I see
Hawkins.
it, I know.
Can you see?
I see it.
Oh my god! You know, again, I didn't know what the hell to talk about. I didn't know what to talk about because probably tomorrow night, if we gotta play in the band, if we're gonna play do band on Friday, then odds are I'm gonna have the show tomorrow night versus Friday night. But nevertheless, yeah. I was going to talk about the difference and the interaction between me and the way I literally look at my world. And I could probably talk hours by myself on how I see reality, experience reality, because I know that I see things a lot differently than a lot of people. Just like the misjudgment, the difference in perception with the way this kid was shot. Again, even Sue asked if it was my kid, would I still say that? I would. I'm not. How can I hold you accountable, Sue, if you or Andy or Alexa or anybody, if you didn't pull the trigger, right? If you didn't pull the trigger that shot my kid, okay, 21-year-old officer, how in the hell am I to judge you by saying I sentenced them to capital murder? I don't have that right, because you didn't pull the trigger. You weren't meaning to. How in the fuck did these people even know that she would not have, her mind, would she really have pulled the trigger on a cop? Maybe, how do you know that she didn't just pull that gun so that they did kill her? We don't know this. There's so much to this underlying equation we don't know.
It could just be made up bullshit.
It possibly could be. Let me tell you what, dude. Let me throw this at you all. So I watched the why I don't know. Probably because of the everybody's watching the Dahmer, the Jeffrey Dahmer thing, right? Yeah. I'm like, whatever. But nevertheless, I watched the Charles Manson interview again. It's been a long time since I've seen that. Do you know that I believe that man did not kill anybody?
He didn't kill anybody.
I believe he didn't kill a single person.
But what he did do was he got into the minds of others. This is the thing. If we need to understand the power of suggestion plus a mixture of high dosage drugs, and remember, these drugs back then were given out to some of these crew on very high dosages. Now, I believe that he didn't, but to manipulate someone and for some of the atrocities that happened within this story, because remember, we can only go by what we've been told, what's been written. No one was there that I know. This is the thing. This is part of the problem that we have with our history, that things get skewered within these timelines. Like, remember, we've got all this Mandela effect and stuff that everyone's saying as well. Like, this is just part of a problem too, because your perception is yours, my perception is mine. someone would completely disagree with what we're saying right now because they would go, no, but he did do something wrong. Yeah, I'm not saying that he didn't do something wrong, but when we're talking about someone taking a physical life,
Right.
he didn't touch anybody. He never hurt anyone. But physically or mentally?
See, that's the scary part right there. I'm going to go to an article I got pulled up here. It says, what did Charles Manson do? The little known story of the thin case against him. Okay? It immediately goes over and over again. Everything you read about Manson. He was not a good person, right? Let me try to see if I blow this up to where you can actually see it. There we go. Now you guys can see it. A little bit, right? There we go. So Charles Manson was not a good person. What is that for? The very first start of this ATI article, they've already set the dialogue for you, the juror, and the judge. Charles Manson was not a good person. Your immediate persona right now is that Manson was a bad person. Mm-hmm. Okay, by most counts, he was a racist, a rapist, a car thief, and an attempted murderer. Do you see this? Attempted murderer. Doesn't say murderer. It says attempted murderer. Okay, having non-fatally shot a man named Bernard Crowe in a drug deal gone wrong in Hollywood, 1969. We're not even talking about Sharon Tate. We're not talking about them because, again, it wasn't Manson that murdered Sharon Tate. Mm-hmm. Okay, it was one of the three women that was madly in love with Charles Manson. But did Charles really kill them? No. Okay, let's send him to prison for rape. Let's send him to prison for car theft. But they were almost going to give him the gas chamber for murder. Okay? He died in a federal prison for murder. He was not even 45 miles from where I live at here in Mansfield, Ohio, and in what's they called it the Castle, the Mansfield Reformatory, one of the most brutal fucking prisons in this country. They shut it down because of brutality. They literally shut it down. But nevertheless, see what I'm saying? The judgment. They put it this way, bro. The media wanted him dead. Do you know that?
Yep.
They kept calling him out over and over and over again. And Manson kept referring to them as the goons. Okay? Here's where I go with what Larry Hawkins says, that Manson was a CIA psyop. He was an operative. He was within that community, the Telltale people. They had his number. They knew everything about him. That's why he was talking about the goons. Okay? Mm-hmm. The goons. He called them the goons, the ghosts. So it's crazy. Absolutely crazy to think that
yes.
Hey, you're being I can't believe that you've been with me for as long as you have, and nobody else is calling the show. Everybody else is like, oh yeah. Jar Old Fart is now following the Matrix on Twitch. Yeah. Excellent, Jar. Excellent, Old Fart. Jar of Dirt. That's it. Jar of Old Farts. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm looking. I can't see. Jar of Dirt is following us on Twitch. Very cool, Dirt. My cell phone is registered to Joe Dirt. Just wanted to point that out. I don't know how that happened. I mean, knowing a community of anonymous, that kind of helps. I'll just tell you that. Yeah, man. Kenny says Manson was definitely an MK Ultra experiment. No shit, no doubt about that. He, goes back to Stephen Paddock. Do you know who that is? Richard?
Who?
The Mandalay Bay shooter,
Yeah.
Stephen Paddock. And guess what? The majority of all of the witnesses that stepped forward is like, yeah, we encountered more than one gunshot firing, but we don't know what that was. Where did them witnesses go? They just all of a sudden vanished.
Yeah. Surprised that.
Surprise! Ding, ding, ding.
Hmm.
I can go and I can show you. Get a load of this. I can show you the very same the singer. I can't. Was it Brad Paisley? Was it singing that night? I can't remember who the singer was that was singing at that concert whenever they opened fire on everybody. I want to say it was Brad Paisley.
I don't know.
I'm going to share something with everybody just out of shits and giggles. Go to here. There you go. Let's try to look up the Mandalay Bay shooting. The Las Vegas shooting was in 2017. And I'm looking for the singer. I'm trying to look. So if anybody can drop it, if not, I'm going to continue to look for it. Where was it at? Okay. Now, here's something called a conspiracy over on Reddit. Okay? 2017 over on Reddit. And let me just show you where this one goes. Okay? Because this is a deep little rabbit hole. So I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to share the screen with you once again. Right there. Can you guys read this? 2017 Las Vegas shooting involving the CIA plant, Stephen Paddock. Okay? So here we go. So we're going to go into, this is Reddit shit, right? So again, this is conspiracy research. Okay? This is not me just saying, oh, well, CIA was involved. Stephen Paddock was a plant. Again, research everything I'm telling you on your own. That's what you are. You are a conspiracy researcher, just like me. Okay? So anyway, going on further in here, I'm trying to find the name of the damn singer. Who was the singer? Dun, dun, dun. Who was singing? Who was singing? Does anybody know? If we were on Jeopardy, we would all just fall on our faces.
Yeah, totally.
Dun, 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 right? Hang on. Concert for. I'm trying to look it up.
Lisa said it was a dude.
I know it's a dude, but I'm trying.
Jason Aldean?
Is it Jason Aldean? Let's try something. Let's try something.
Country dude.
I'll know as soon as I see it.
That event has so many holes in it and so many things that don't make sense. But this is what comes back to.
All right, bada boom, bada bing. Very good. Whoever the hell just said that, okay? Whoever said that, I want to show you something right now, and you guys are going to say, oh, that's just crazy bullshit. But I'm going to tell you, you better have your head on straight, because what I'm about to share with you may just make it spin around. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so get a load of the image on Jason Aldean's left arm. Do you see this? This is a deck of playing cards, a microphone, and if you look in the background, it looks kind of like maybe a building with windows. You see a little peach there maybe in the sun. You see some crazy shit, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to, from here, I'm going to close this window, open up another one, and I'm going to show you the Las Vegas All right. The Illuminati. Okay, this is called the Illuminati card number 239. Again, Illuminati playing card 239. Right? Right? There. So we're going to make this a big screen. And I'm going to show you this card. Look familiar? Look at that. There's a jack and an ace. Let's go back to his let's go back to Jason Aldean's arm. There's the jack, there's the ace. There's the Illuminati card game right there. Do you see this?
Oh, jeez.
So how fucking deep of a rabbit hole do you want me to go down? Because I'm being honest with you. I'm not lying to you. You cannot make this shit up. This is absolutely real. This is the game they play.
Yeah, and the problem with the game they play is that it's manipulative and it's dangerous for the mind. It's dangerous for the person, for the individual.
Right.
That's
Seth Henderson says, "Read the caption." Read the caption on what, buddy? Oh, on the playing card. I'll definitely. I'll read the caption on it. So the caption on the playing card. Again, this is the singer. Okay, Jason Aldean's arm. All right. Right there. That is the tattoo on his left arm. And again, this is the playing card. Okay. It says you control the house by spending Vegas action. You may bet from 1 to 3 plot cards. Right? This was a plot with another player. Roll 2 dice. On a 6 or less, they win. And draw from your deck. On a 7 or more, you win. And you draw from their deck. So, again, dude, you can't make this shit up. There is the singer from the Mandalay Bay shooting the concert that was Jason Aldean. The Illuminati playing card. Not making it up. You cannot make it up. And Rose also points out, J.A. Jason Aldean, the Joker and the Ace. Pretty crazy, don't you believe? I did, Seth. I did. In fact, I'll give you the card. I mean, you guys can pull it up. Right here. I'll just take you the card. In fact, let me. Here you go. The Illuminati card game. I will go to the YouTube. I'll send you guys. This is a 53-minute. Not mine. This is from Rex Baird from the Leak Project. I love Rex. I know a lot of you guys like Rex. So I have no problem sharing any of Rex's content. And he'd probably be grateful. So there is. I just dropped that link in the Matrix Minds chat on Facebook. Again, Rex Baird is the one that done it's an hour commentary on this. You guys want to comment on it? Tell him that Matt from the Matrix sent you over there. What's up, Rex? But anyway, again, this is the shit you cannot make up, dude. This is the world in which we live. The Matrix system. What do you think?
I think, like you say, everyone needs to start thinking about the reboot and within yourself. Because, I think it's very important too that we realize the collective consciousness on how it manifests even the most damnedest things, the most uncontrollable things. We're at a time now where people are so supposedly awakened to many things, yet they still feed on the energy that manifests such bad things. Because if I said to you, and I think we've spoken about this pretty in depth, if I said to you that no matter what you say or what you think, if you consciously think something And so does that person, and so does that person, and so does that person. And they are consciously really thinking that this will happen. Why wouldn't that actually happen? Why wouldn't that manifest into our reality? Now, this is where we're sitting at in this time right now in our world, where all these things are happening, all this tragic stuff, all this religious stuff, all this things and weather and all this. Yet, no one questions the conscious collective manifestation of reality, because if it's a multiplicity of minds, and if that is part of creation, then anything and everything that people really concentrate on and think is possible and can happen within our reality. Now that's a dangerous concept. This is why things are so bent out of shape, because if I said to you that if you can't consciously control your consciousness, you're out. You go stand over there with the rest of the Muppets that are out of line, that don't get it, that don't fall into place with the harmony of the vibration, with the own self-regulation of your own consciousness. Because I'm telling you now, people are so far gone and dive down so many rabbit holes, and I'll say it like this: rabbit holes that will lead you to your own demise within your own consciousness. Because your subconscious goes, oh, hang on a second, where's that going to lead me? Oh shit, oh no, oh no. Because remember, high vibration and awareness and being able to clearly see, because remember, these words are powerful too. Words are powerful. The power of suggestion is powerful. Clearly see, clearly feel, understanding what you're feeling, your consciousness creation, all this kind of stuff. We are in a very, very pinnacle time in our lifetime. People really need to understand that.
Let me share something with you, with everybody, because there's a comment in here, Richard. I do want to cover,
Yep.
and a lot of us have heard about a missing nuclear submarine, right? Yeah, right. You know about that?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing: this missing nuclear sub. Okay, let me just say something. If air quotes, if this nuclear sub is missing, I was asked where I thought it was heading. You know, and some people's going Antarctica. There's no reason for Antarctica to be nuked. Okay, no reason at all. Let me share with you that they have been trying to put it in your head, and I wish to not. I don't even really want to talk about this because it's feeding the seed.
Mm-hmm.
They have been trying to pre-warn you and everybody else that there's going to be a mass ass catastrophe off of the East Coast of central New York. They have been putting this in your brains forever. Okay? And just recently, within the last 6 months, we've covered here, as well as you guys, we've shared this. Everybody from New York City to New Jersey, we're all seeing, they're even releasing ads on YouTube and the news, what to do during a nuclear catastrophe. What to do during a nuclear catastrophe. They're telling you to, get inside the shelters, go to the basements, blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you that you may, if you are at like ground zero of a nuclear disaster, you may as well really just bend over, kiss your ass, bye-bye. You no longer exist during this reality. You will not survive a nuclear blast at ground zero. There is no fucking way. So all of those ads, all they're doing is feeding fear porn into the machine. Okay? They want you to believe that. Don't do that. Don't buy into it. Don't buy into it. If anything, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to tell everybody what to do, but put it this way. I would mock the living shit out of them signs. Just like I go to the webpage of my mayor and I mock him every day. Every day. Okay? I mean, I the other day, I told him that his head was not shining clearly enough and we needed some Vito Veggie Vagisil wax. Oh yeah, dude. I commented. I deleted it. I did delete it. But nevertheless, look, this is the game, and I clearly showed. I'm telling you, we are in a game. A game. You want me to show you again? I'll show you again. Right here.
That submarine shit, what a load of crap. What better way than to take the attention away? And everything's all about distracting the attention from the self. Remember, because if you were part of a tribe out in the wilderness that wasn't part of Western society, do you think for a second you'd give a shit about submarine?
No.
It's gone missing? No.
No.
Do you
No.
think for a second
Not
give
at
a
all.
shit about half the stuff that they put in people's faces? Feed the machine.
Feed the machine.
You know what?
It's just a damn game, and they're looking at this as a game. We are nothing more than pawns in their little pansy scheme here.
Yeah, well, I
For
ain't no
real.
Hello.
Let's take this phone call. I do believe this is complicated. Rock? Kenny, is this Simple Stone?
You got it.
What's
Yeah.
up, bro?
Yeah,
How are
Yeah.
you?
I had a couple of things I want to talk about, getting back to what you were talking about with Antarctica and what have you.
Yep.
The amount of people, the amount of parasites, because I don't call them elite. Other people like to call them elite. I like to call them what they are. But the amount of them that have been going to Antarctica, and I don't know if a lot of people know this, but there's that one place that they tend to go to in Antarctica, and it has Rothschild Island and different locations that are named after some of these parasites. But people like John Kerry have gone recently and came back, and it seemed like there was some kind of disturbing thing going on. Went to New Zealand after that, what have you. And then you got Klaus Schwab went, and a whole bunch of those really, really high dollar bankers have gone. The same kind of Davos group people, and they seem to be talking about something big happening that's going to change everything. Now, of course, we're left to speculate as to what that is, but people who have hacked their account and exposed what they were talking about amongst themselves are saying that those are their words, that this will change everything, big exclamation points behind it, and what have you. So there's definitely something coming. Anybody that doesn't know in their soul at this point in time that there's nothing normal about any of this crap that's going down, all I could say is maybe you ought to do some soul searching if that's the case. But I wanted to.
Sorry, I'm just going to cut you off there for a second because I want to just say this. What you're saying, right? Let's get this right. For one, there's shit's been happening the whole time. There's something that's been happening. People can't quite grasp it, that they know something is going down. Okay, and it's not right. So many aspects of it. Yeah. So this Antarctica stuff and this whole attention of these parasites, which you call them, it's got a great name. I love it. This is yet again the attempt to take your power, the people's power, away from them and go, oh shit, now they're really saying something's going to happen because they went to the ice Antarctica. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand what you're saying, but this is where we have the biggest problem on our planet, is that these muppets, these parasites and these pieces of shit, they rule the people's minds by putting and feeding them this garbage. And if it's going to be an event, let the event happen and then deal with it as a being, as a person, or as a soul. But you're right, soul searching is not a bad thing to be doing right now, because people need to understand the power within rather than this external bullshit that they keep pushing on the people to, oh, this guy's doing this parasite's doing this. You know what? They can go jump ship. They have no power. They just believe that
I agree with you about that 100%. And here's an example of how they manipulate and control things. Biden came out, because they're all a bunch of globalists and they're all in it together. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Probably Putin is just as much a part of it as Klaus Schwab and Gates and all of those.
Bingo.
The King of England. They're all freaking in on it. Xi all of them.
Yes, Kenny.
And
yes,
so,
Kenny.
but
yes, Kenny.
what
yes,
I see
Kenny.
happening, and this is just me. This is what I see happening. Like with that sub, that there was a French submarine who blew its motor right after that sabotage happened, just a few hours later. Now, when does a motor blow? When you're maxing it out and pushing it really hard. Well, seems like a sabotage event and getting away from that might be a good reason to push that engine really hard.
Yeah, usually when you're
And
going to
all
dog
I'm saying
shit,
is that's
out of it, yeah.
My whole point here is, okay, so they got Biden set up to take the fall for it. Why? Because they want America to take the fall. The globalists are pushing America into the scapegoat of the world. We're the scapegoat, and we deserve that in a way because we have been the military proxy for these globalist parasites for a very long time. We thought we were protecting America and what have you. No, we have not been. And look, anybody who thinks that it hasn't been that way since 9/11 is just lunatic. They got us there. They used us. They lied us into that war. They used us as a proxy for the central bankers and the globalist parasites. And it's just continuing. Those parasites are very scared right now. Why? Because what you were just talking about, we are waking up to their corruption, their war for profit, their drug cartel money, that's child trafficking money by proxy, their gun running operations, their energy cash cows, their procurement procedures with kickbacks, and all of the thievery which accumulated just recently. They've morphed the industrial military complex into the industrial medical complex to thieve even more from us. They're hoarding it for a reason. Something really, really big is what's going on, and people don't even see that what they've done with the man-made crime against humanity used to destroy every nation state economy worldwide, put everybody in lockstep and lockdown, and all the small businesses and the private property owners and the people who were refused their right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, all so that they could turn around and somehow manage to mandate that we pay for our own demise through a vaccine purchase from the same parasites. I mean, look, this is big. And they have printed 40% of all the money ever printed in humanity, in the history of humanity, in the last 3 years. Now they're poised to jump on everything with that money, and they're going to bundle all these foreclosed assets in such a way that excludes everybody but them. This is the biggest thing that's ever taken place in history. They're saying it's going to change everything. They really think they have it that tied up. But at the same time, they're all scared. All of these monopoly shareholder, collective and capitalism, public and private partners who have now partnered with the communists in China. So there's no difference there. They're doing it all together. They are desperate to get us under their thumb of their technology they've tested, the technology they tested with that man-made crime against humanity. Because if they can't get us under that thumb before we wake up, it is not going to go well for them, and they know it. So you are absolutely right. We need to not live in fear. We need to not go along to get along. This isn't 1938 Germany. We're in a new world now, and the meek will inherit this earth, but we have to stand up. And if people don't start sharing the truth when they find the truth and sharing the truth amongst each other, and try to spread what's really going on, what the real thing that all these diversions are trying to lead you away from, then they are going to succeed. Yuval Noah Harari's talking about that under the skin surveillance system where they can track and trace every single human being on Earth in real time.
Bro, you said the
They're
same
all building
every
technology.
Single time you call. You say the same thing. We got it. We get it.
Well, people need to wake up, Matt. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It has to be said.
You
and
know
people have
what?
to acknowledge it as, and I don't mean to be Mr. Doomsday about it, but it's that critical that we wake up. It's that critical that people start sharing the truth when they see the truth and find the truth.
Here's
That-
Everybody, you can't solve a problem if you don't know what the problem is.
That's true. That's true. But let me quickly say this, Matt, because I know you want to say something.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this, right? So that people can understand why we're in this mess, for one. When you create slaves, and that's what we all have been created to be, because you're not a free person to do what you will. We live in a system that controls every aspect of our lives. Now, if you go back generations and generations of these slaves that have been created to be governed by governments and to be governed by parasites and to allow this monetary system to build and build and this consumerism to just gain so much power, it's the slaves, it's the people that have allowed this to happen. And these Muppets at the top, they're laughing their sick asses off at every single one of these slaves. And that slave mentality does not go away until you realize that you are a being of power within yourself. Not as a slave mentality, as a powerful person, man or woman. This is the problem we have in our reality. Remember this, that if you can't see past that, because we can go on and on about sharing the truth, and I truly believe that. You give power back to the person, to the individual, but you cannot wake up a slave mentality person because they are designed and created that way. That's a problem. And this whole agenda...
I believe that's a defeatist attitude. I believe that people can wake up. It's our responsibility to share these truths continuously, to make sure, as Matt said, Kenny, you say it every time you come on, and I get it, man. I do. I get it. Because they are diverting our attention with every trick in the book. And trust me, it's all fucking black magic.
Kenny,
they
let me
know what they're doing.
Kenny, let me stop you there for a second, because I got to tell you that every time, now this is crazy that you guys are coming to me for PLR now, but I've got several people coming to me for past life regression. They want to know, and I'm telling you right now, being on my end of by literally being on my end of the receiving end, listening to the spirit say what it sees, what it's experiencing, why it's experiencing it, only then as the witnesser, because I'm just witnessing it, right? That's all I'm doing is witnessing. I'm just writing down dialogue and I'm recording it for whoever wanted it. But nevertheless, just to be there and to hear them say, they want to know the question, why am I here? You're here for experience. That's why you're here. Okay. Now, well, she also wanted to know why we are all having to go through what we're going through. And I got to pause. Compassion. Humanity is going through an evolution right now of compassion. You're learning, we are all learning to have and feel compassion to one another. That is where humanity is. And now this is coming from a past life regression that I got from a spirit, okay? Not even a week ago. Spirit literally told me through her that we are here inevitably to watch these people go through that evolution of consciousness upgrade called compassion. Just to literally have love and compassion for one another. Okay?
I agree with that 100%. I agree with that assessment 100%. I also agree with the fact that we definitely are living in an environment where we can control the outcome. We can manifest a better reality, and we can use that as a template for whatever journey we're on, whenever we're on it. Because that's what it is. This is, people say, is it a simulation? And yes, it most certainly is. It's the same type of one that they're trying to build a false one that they think that they're going to be able to download their consciousness into to create some sort of, universe that they
Hey
can
there,
time
Ava, what's
travel
up
in and
with
be
you?
God. They deny God, and then
I'm
talk
doing
about
well.
becoming God in
I'm
the
glad
same
you're
breath.
here.
It's
Hey,
absurd,
Ava, I wanted
and
to
it's
talk to you a
also
little bit about
been,
the
honestly, man, I
simulated
know you don't
universe
like it when I say
or
religion,
simulated
but
reality.
it's
What do you
prophesied,
think?
and it's not just
I think it's
Christianity
fascinating.
that prophesied
I love
it.
the idea
There's
of
lots of
simulated
religions
reality.
around the world that
Is it?
prophesied this. Did you know that the Mayans, their prophecy was that in the year 2012 the calendar ends because machines come to life and take over humanity? What
already-
are these parasites trying to do?
Because
They're trying to put you into a under the skin surveillance system,
done. It's already
right?
done.
And they're
It is-
accomplishing it because their experiment is going unscathed.
It's already done. What you're saying is already done. It's being done. It's already there. It's already there. And if you think that they're trying to create a fictitious, a false matrix, you're already in a false matrix. You already have bought
No,
into.
you're already in the sources matrix.
Okay, so you're.
Right.
This is the
And
sources
that
matrix.
source listen to what I'm saying, Matt, because it's kind of important.
I'm about to
That
twist.
source has had an eternity or near eternity to work that up. You understand what I'm saying to you? This man-made crap is not coming from a source who's had near eternity, that's all-knowing, knowing everything that you could possibly imagine knowing. This man-made stuff is not it, dude. It's not.
I get it.
It's satanic
But I
as shit.
think. But the thing is you're missing the point. It is all you are in a phantom matrix, and you can't. Can you walk on water? Let me ask you that question. Can you walk on water?
I can.
No, I
No, you
I
cannot.
can't. Well, I
Can't-
could. I could make you think I walked on water.
Okay, but here's
I know
the
how to
thing.
do that.
Whenever you go into your multi-dimensional self, can you walk on water?
I believe that there will be a place and a time where you will be capable of doing anything you want to manifest, and it won't be something that wasn't very carefully guarded by Source. In other words, Source doesn't want all this craziness there.
Whenever
There's more than one dimension. There's more than one dimension. Once you understand that the whole purpose of living in this dimension is to learn from your mistakes and to choose where you want to be and how you want to be. Once you've discovered that, then the rest of it's like you said, Matt. It's 100 years tops. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
I'm gonna blow your bubble. Ready? Here's the thing. Whenever you take your frontal consciousness and you put it to sleep, whenever your frontal cortex goes to sleep, your multi-dimensional self explores through that what I know as the infinite gateway. Okay? The Pleiades call this the gateway of infinity. This construct that we are in is a biologically created construct. This is a false matrix that you're in. You are a multi-dimensional being. When your frontal cortex goes to sleep, your frontal brain goes to sleep, you can walk on water. You can destroy buildings with mere thought.
Oh yeah, I fly and everything else. Yeah.
Bingo. So okay, that is the multi-dimensional you.
Really, and Matt, you know what about that? I talked about that on this show and answering somebody's question about lucid dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
When you're asking Source for information, you will be provided information. When you meditate before you go to bed, and you put it in your mind that you want to remember you're asking for information and you want to remember that information. And you might want to have a pen and paper next to your bed. I told you, Matt, my whole desalinization thing that pretty much solves all of this carbon issues and monoxide, I should say, because carbon's not really the issue. Monoxide is, but deforestation, carbon monoxide, plastic in the ocean, all of that was solved in that one lucid dream that I had. And I went through it like I was a tourist, and they were tour guides showing me around.
But again, you're missing the whole point of humanity
the
right now.
engine that created the hydrogen and desalinated the water, that engine is kind of similar to the engine that that Myers, I want to say Stanley, but I know it's not Stanley, it's something else. But you know, the guy who they poisoned me and he dropped dead because I had a patent on a car that operated on water.
Right.
My engine from the desalination lucid dream that I had is very similar to that design, only it's huge on floating platforms to create water to go to reservoirs, and then if the reservoirs run water, which is a natural battery, fish and birds can be in it, and then if it's on a watershed mountain, then it can turn the deserts green. You know, 30% or 30 degrees both north and south of the equator is just desert in the whole world. That could all be green with hemp seed oil, which, by the way, you guys are talking about drugs and how they're illegal and stuff. People don't even know that. I guess I've talked about this before, so you guys know. But that was made illegal on purpose because it was a competitor for their energy cash cow. They made it illegal in 1938 in the build-up to the you know, another depopulation thing they were doing, World War II. They did that purposely. Why in the world would hemp be made illegal during an oil deal that was being made for the anticipation of going into World War II? Well, the answer to that is because it's an energy, and it's a really good energy. They know how good it is. The closest bulk producing energy plant to the hemp seed oil is the cane sugar plant. And it's not exactly environmentally friendly because of where it's grown on the coast, and because of the chemicals they use to grow it creates, you know, red tide and exacerbates that. It makes it worse. When they could they could grow hemp seed oil in the deserts, turn the deserts green with hemp seed oil. You don't even have to refine that oil to run it in a diesel generator. Diesel generators could have carbon sequestration where they put microbes into it, and guess what? The protein that's left after microbes get done eating that carbon, which is all natural, no monoxide, the protein that's left is the food quality protein.
Bro, we've heard all of that.
That's
we
what
get
you
it.
get from lucid dreaming, what I just described.
So your purpose in your bubble, you answer me this. You've done told me and shared with me and everybody else that's listening to this worldwide what you put on paper, right? You obviously got it on paper, right?
Oh, I definitely, yeah, and they've taken it out of my saves many times.
Okay, so where are you at?
Literally go into my personal saves and remove it.
Really?
And I just rewrite it, put it back in there.
Really?
Yes, many times, Matt.
They've
taken
removed
that and my gunshot detectors that open up an electronic safe in a school, so a teacher, you don't have to worry about her being, you know, armed every day because it's inside a safe that only opens if somebody shoots a gun off in the school. They've removed that from my saves as well. Why do you think they have me Google?
Wait, are you talking
99% of the time?
Your Facebook saves? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what. Okay. Then here's what we're gonna do. Okay. You're talking to a guy that makes videos. Okay. And I am not afraid to die within this matrix. And they know that. I don't give a fuck if they come at banging on my door saying we're gonna jab you, we're gonna kill your entire family. You know what? You're gonna take us out of here in a body bag. Okay. Let's me and you get together and we'll put your shit on video. How's that?
Would love to do it. Would love to do it.
Okay, bingo. There you go. Hands down, end of story. Let's do it.
I know that I'm at risk for doing this. I know that. I've known it from, I also know where my soul's headed. And I'm not worried about these parasites.
Your soul is headed to another lifetime as soon as your ass is done with this one. I'm telling you that one right now.
That's right. One of the guys who had a similar engine to the one I was telling you about that Mr. Myers had, okay, he was one of the men that got shot in that recent shooting up there in Buffalo. He had a patent for an engine that runs on water. My invention is to put that on a huge scale, glass bottoms on it, so that you can have coral reef replacement programs going on. You can move it anywhere in the harbor you want to on a floating platform, big dome covered floating platform. People going there, school children going there to visit it, is the way I saw it in my God-given dream. That water being sent inland, right? And they can even have transportation. They can make it go up high and have transportation like Splash Mountain type transportation units where they just go up a little bit and they slow down. They're enclosures, but they go up, slow down. People get off, go, and have hydroelectric generators all along the way of the. So cities could have them where instead of buses and what have you like they have now, they can build transportation units that are also energy distribution.
But see, there again, all of these things need to come to fruition. I know why I'm here.
Right.
I'm here as a
That's
catalyst.
right.
I know why I'm here. So if you are here to
That's
get all
why
this,
these parasites are so scared, because they know that this
They're-
information is out there now. I've made sure they know. I put it out there and they take it down. I put it out again, they take it down. They go into my saves and steal it. I put it back out there. They know the information's there. My whole proposal is about 13 pages long. I'd much rather do it in a video and just talk about it.
Richard, I think you were on the phone with me whenever we were talking to Larry Hawkins, right? We was talking to Larry, and let me tell you something. Water is a resource. Water is a resource that we cannot not have. We've got to have the molecule of H2O. We have to.
3/4 of the Earth is covered with water, Matt. The ocean's a lot deeper than you think it is in places in the Mariana Trench and what have you.
Hang on.
What I'm talking about is desalinating a small portion of that.
Can I please
Use the
talk?
ocean's energy even. Yeah, go ahead.
Larry has come up with a mechanism, a machine, okay, a motor that runs off of air, A-I-R, air, oxygen, H-O. So without having the resource of water to run it, now you guys kind of really know one of the reasons why Larry has got a big ass red bullseye on his back. Okay. Right now, he's not even allowed to get a license. So what did he do? He's sticking his finger at the system. This is Larry's bubble. He's sticking his finger at the system and building himself a little contraption where he needs no license. He needs no license at all. So, yeah, buddy.
I just want to say something before I bounce out.
You're gonna bounce.
For a little while. I'm gonna bounce out.
All right.
I really think the construct of our reality, this 3D world that we perceive, and everyone's perception is different, I understand that. These constructs that bind us to a mentality that doesn't allow us to elevate into a higher state of consciousness. And, that's just to put it lightly, because when we're bound by things and certain consumer things, objects or teachings, this and that, this will take away your power, his power, her power, their power. Now, if we didn't have these constructs on our planet, or this reality that we're in, because remember, it's a controlled system too that controls the aspect of how you think, feel, and what you're supposed to do, which they would say is correct, or which is incorrect, which is by law, which is not by law, which is following this or following that. Now, because we're in 2022, this crazy future, all these constructs of our reality through history and everything, all this stuff has just become into this big mishy-moshy mess of crap. Now,
Voodoo dolls with twine binding them.
You take away the power of the individual, you could do anything to that person. Now, if we're a multiplicity of minds and creation and consciousness, then we're going to be our own demise, because the people who still are asleep and are slaves. And I hate to say it like that, but it's just true. It's facts that these people, some are never gonna awaken to what is happening, and that is by design as well. So everyone out there, show the love, show the compassion, do what you do best. I'm rolling out. I'm gonna do what I do best, and I'm just gonna be kicking it. And you know what? Much love, much respect, brother. Always a pleasure.
Well, that's pretty awesome, Richard. When are you
Have a
gonna
good evening, Leslie.
when are you gonna start
Richard,
KTS
have a
back
good
up,
evening.
buddy? Let me ask you that.
I did a live today, but Facebook cut me off. I just don't think I'll be podcasting anymore, bro. Like, I'll get up and talk with you and maybe do a few lives, but
All right.
my journey now has shifted. You know, I really feel compelled to just help, and this community garden's happening, and I'm just shifting in the way that I perceive a lot of things, and you're not allowing the mess to confuse me or to negate the feelings that I know that are positive that reside within me. You know,
Right.
as a family man, as a brother, as a person that wants to give back, and it makes me feel good. And that's my journey now, man. I'm doing what I can.
All right. Well, I figured I would have to
Richard,
ask.
I
What am gonna
believe
say?
everybody will get there. I believe we're getting there. I don't think that this matrix, their false control system is going to last. I really don't.
Yeah.
I
Well, much
think
love,
that-
much
that
respect.
As people are waking up, they're waking up to their, the suppression of clean water and energy. They're waking up to the suppression of holistic, God-given cures, like we were talking about earlier tonight, and how they've thrown that away for patented treatments for conditions that generally create another condition for treatment when you use it. People are waking up. They made a big mistake because they violated Nuremberg Code laws. They violated the soft torture techniques that are laid out in the Geneva Convention in order to commit the biggest racketeering theft of wealth in history. And I do not believe that the world population is going to let them get away with that. So be positive, brother. Be positive. This is going to turn around. It is a matter of everybody has to know the problem in order to solve the problem. Well, we know who the problem or what the problem is and who most of them in that problem are, who most of these parasites are. We now know who they are. We didn't know that 4 years ago. So all of this has been purposeful.
There is a purpose behind the Matrix, Richard. You know that. You're again, dude. I can't help but say this again. We are a non-physical consciousness made manifest. Okay, you know that. I know you know that. I know that you know that far greater than a lot of people know that. So there, you don't have no worries, bro. I without a doubt in my mind, you have no worries. With that, Kenny, Richard's gone. Richard done bailed on me.
That's perfect.
Um,
Well, that's okay. That was perfect.
you and I,
Those parasites will be your footstool.
exactly. They will be.
And not in this so much as the ongoing dimensions that we graduate to, because it's a matter of graduating, evolving, graduating consciousness, evolving until you eventually end up where the source is, which is a near eternity, and all knowing, all loving, all caring, all compassionate, all beautiful. We would not know what to compare bliss with, pure love and bliss, had we not been through this experience. So that person that told you in your regression the other day, told you that that's what the purpose of this whole thing is for everybody to understand it. It's absolutely true.
The compassion. Well, that's saying this cycle. The cycle supposedly is endless. Now, again, whether
It is. That it is. And somebody today, even today, somebody was talking about how all Freemasons are evil and blah, blah, blah. And I was thinking to myself, the devil's way more clever than that. Look, there are Freemasons in the world, and I know because I know some of them, who have literally put kids in their car on their day off and drove them 2 hours to a treatment facility where they can't get treatment in their local region. Kids every day are born with cleft palates and club feet and stuff, and these Shriners and Freemasons make sure that those parents aren't burdened with it. They take care of it for them. I know that personally because my daughter was born with club feet, and they're the ones that took care of it. Are there going to be evil people at the point of at the head of a lot of these types of organizations? Yes. Can you point to an organization of people, a religion even, a person, a color, and say that that's where evil resides? Absolutely not. That's what the devil does. This is the same type of mentality that had people going around throwing frozen water bottles and bricks at all of our peacekeepers in this country, when they're the same exact kinds of people, 700,000 of them in this country. They're all genders, 40% black. They're all ideologies, walks of life, the same exact kinds of people who ran into the Twin Towers while they were burning, even after one of them had collapsed. And people are out in the street throwing bricks at them. Our consciousness definitely needs to be lifted, because the devil is way more clever than what people are pointing out, thinking they can point out evil. Look, there's even evil doctors. Look at Fauci. We don't go around throwing frozen water bottles and bricks at all doctors over the few evil or negligent among them, nor should we. And when it comes right down to it, that whole George Floyd thing was because some very evil people planted it there for you to look at. They even orchestrated the organization that led people into the street, huffing and puffing all over each other during what would have been a nasty result had it been as lethal as planned. And yes, I said planned, because
Kenny,
there are people that are that evil.
You're going to do your own show. I swear to God, you're going to do your own show. Because you are talking, these people, you are saying this, we already know this. Every single bit of it. We need to get another crowd that doesn't know these things. Because all you're doing is validating everything. We know this stuff. Every single bit of it, bro.
Yeah, I know. I know you do, Matt. I do. I know. And
they do.
I'm preaching to the choir. I get it. I get it. But people need to start finding those truth tellers where they can find them and sharing that stuff. You know, don't worry if Facebook throws you in the gulag. Share it anyway. Share it, everybody. Get out there, find the truthers that you know are truthers. You know they're the ones who are telling everybody exactly what they need to hear, and share their stuff. And this stuff will end a lot faster than if we kind of sit around, oh, I'm scared, I might get gulagged, or oh, I'm scared. You know, they could actually come after me one day, since Biden's already acting like he's going to do something like that.
Oh,
I mean,
please,
come on, people.
man.
Come on.
No, man. No.
At least we're not sitting in a D.C. jail.
Physically, I might be sitting in a D.C. jail, but mentally, I won't be.
We might be. That's right, Matt. You know what? They can lead me to the guillotine, and I will be okay with it. You know why? Because I know who owns my soul.
You own it. On that note, Kenny,
right.
say something positive,
it
bro.
ain't them parasites that own it. It's not those parasites that own it. It's me that owns it.
Right there. All right. Kenny Mike, friend.
I gave my service to a higher power.
1 minute, 2 minutes and counting, bro. 8 minutes, 9 minutes. Yeah. 1 hour and 58 minutes. Say something positive to all of these guys, bro.
Hey, I love everybody. I love everybody on this show. I hope I'm not being too hyperbolic about it. I don't mean to be, you know, a Debbie Downer and Mr. Negativity or anything, but I just want everybody to continually hear the truth, because they are really, really throwing a lot of confusing crap and diversion at us nowadays. And we need to cut through all that diverse stuff and know what the real deal is. Anyway, thank you, Matt, for what
You're
you
welcome.
do. You know, I always say I love it that you do what you do. That's why I didn't call in till later, because I kind of want to sit back and let y'all have your show. You know?
Seriously, it's okay. I just don't, you know, going into a religious connotation, a religious viewpoint, bro. I don't want to be mean to you. I won't be mean to you. I won't be mean to Yvonne. I won't be mean. But I'm just here to tell you that box is part of this phantom matrix that you don't belong here. You don't belong here. I don't belong here. Okay? It's that religious box is a box. You're above that. You are definitely above the box. And every time someone brings a religious spin onto the matrix, onto the show, I'm like, dude, I could literally kill it in under 3 minutes, but I don't want to do that. I won't do that to you because I care about you too, Kenny. I do. I care about you. I care about Yvonne.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Enjoy your night. Thank you again for participating with me. All right.
All right.
All right, buddy. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
All right, everybody's get blow Kenny out of here. Sweet. All right, man. I'm gonna wrap this up for everybody. I appreciate it. We're all mad up in here. Total madness topics. You heard it. Everything from biological warfare, nuclear warfare, playing oh God, where's the nuclear sub at? Blah blah blah. Let me just tell you something. Okay? And it goes as far as this right here. We are a consciousness in a biological meat suit. Okay? That is indeed what we are. If I've learned anything through the hypnotherapy, the past life regression, the life in between lives thing that I do for people, for you guys in the show and other clients, I literally have learned that we are a multiplex, okay? A multi-dimensional multiplex of an, I can't even say, of a multi-dimensional being. We are beyond, I mean, hell, we are beyond that, okay? We are beyond that. And the creation mechanism here, there are those in this construct that do have the upper hand, okay? I will not deny that they don't have the upper hand. They have the upper hand. They love to play with mathematics. They love to play with mathematics. We're in a mathematical construct, okay? In a biological meat suit, in a linear fashion, we are indeed tethered to this body. Okay? We own the body. We own the body. Let me share with you this, okay? Through hypnotherapy, you will learn, or even just meditation, if you close your eyeballs and you close your eyes, think about this for a second. Your brain, the brain does not care what time it is. It does not care what time of day it is. It does not care what you really truly go through. Okay? The consciousness does not care what you go through. Okay? What you are, you cannot even really identify who you are. Okay? You and I both can walk up to a mirror, and we can look in the mirror. And if I asked you who's in this mirror, you're going to say, I am. Okay, well, you asked me the very same question. I'm going to say to you, I am. I'm in the mirror. So who's in the mirror? Who's in the mirror? I am. We are. We are. Okay, but yet, whenever we're not looking back at ourselves, who are we? Who are we? What are we? We are identifying ourselves with our conscious, our frontal cortex, the ego self. The ego self will indeed take care of you. Okay? But you got to remember who you are. You are the I am presence far before you ever became the Matthew, the Alexa, the Larry, the Michelle, any of those, any name, any label. Do you follow what I'm saying? I know you do. You get it. I know you get it. So again, walking through yourself and knowing that the brain is sealed off from this multiplex linear construct. That is what it is. This is their matrix, okay? And it's falling apart. Falling apart because you're waking up to it. You're waking up to what it is. Larry just said Black Mirror projects. Boom. I got Jimmy. Exactly. Here again, going on to what we are as a human being. I know I've said this time and time again, but until we allow, or they allow their own selves, okay, to feel that compassion, we might, hell, who knows? We may be back doing this again. I don't want to be. I definitely want to. I don't want to be. Okay? I don't want to be. And I know that the majority of you don't want to be either. Hell, half of you, if not more of you, are saying, I don't belong here. I want to go home. And you cry. I mean, I don't belong here. I did it. I did it myself. I don't belong here. We are a virus in their system. They don't like you. I will tell you right now, they don't like you. They don't like Kenny. They don't like me. They don't like Larry. They don't like, AJ. They don't like Peggy. They don't like you. They don't like you. You do not fit. You cannot take a square peg and fit it in their round hole. It don't work. There's nothing that they can do about it other than to go, delete. Oh, Larry's being a bitch again. Censor him. AJ, she's teaching spirituality again. Muzzle that bitch. I'm sorry about that word, but listen, you guys understand what I'm saying. We're all teachers at a far greater level than they know. That why do you think they keep us so constrained? Seriously, AJ teaches, Michelle Espinosa teaches, I teach, Larry teaches, Kenny teaches, Peggy, we all teach. We are a multitude of teachers. Okay, that are in here. I guarantee you the majority of everybody in here listening right now, you are a teacher, and that's why you're here, is to have wind blown in your sails. You're not here to be shot down. I'm not going to shoot you down. You're doing a fantastic job at kicking the system's ass. Fantastic job. So pat yourself on the back. Okay? If you are the black sheep that's set aside from the family, again, you're not alone. I'm there. Larry's there. AJ's there. Seth's there. We're all here. AJ said, join me out of the hive mind. Think outside the box. Think outside the construct. You're not here to be a slave. Did you come here to have your consciousness slaved? I didn't. I absolutely did not. I woke up at a very, very young age. This system has fucking hated me since I've been 17. Okay? And I know the majority of you are not that square peg fitting into that square box. You're just passing through. You're just passing through the matrix minds here. Bullshit. If you're here for a reason. You're listening to my words for a reason. I even say this every time to all of my ABCs. I'm talking CIA, NSA, DOD, all of them. All of them. If you are not these are not my words, these are Larry Hawkins' words. If you are not helping to solve the problem, you're part of the problem. You better get out of the way. Okay? I have faith in my version of the Matrix. I have faith in my version of the Matrix. I really, really, really do. Before I get out of here, I want to share something with you that is to me, this is my own personal thing that I did, and I'm very proud to say that my own little department here, okay, in Akron. Let me get to the screen. I'll share it with you. And it is right here. Check this out. Wrong one. Window capture. I gotta go to this one right here. Boom. You see this? Akron Police Department. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. I love you guys. I truly do. There are some bad apples. There are a bunch of good apples. Okay? I'm not going to say the entire basket has been tainted from a few punk ass apples. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to taint the whole basket. I'm going to tell you guys I am proud of what you guys have said, done. And you know what? It's funny, but the mayor can't stand me. Okay, if there's any of you guys who's come by my page and accidentally like come skating by the Matrix, I believe in you. And the mayor cannot stand me because they know I am going to back you. They know, the mayor knows that all of the Matrix minds, okay, they don't necessarily, it's the same way me. They're not going to just throw out the entire basket of apples. They're going to use their own consciousness, their own judgment, and say, man, we've got to support our police. Why am I saying what I'm saying now? Because of this. Is because you guys done something fantastic, absolutely fantastic, and that is reaching out to the community, saying we're going to start an oversight community, and we wanted to do a community gathering. We're going to do this. We're going to, above and beyond the mayor even notifying this. I'm glad you guys took it upon your own self to say we're going to do a community outreach. We want you to know who we are, and we want to know who you are. Oh my God. Right there. That makes us proud of you. I cannot say I can't say it anymore. I'm proud of you. All of you. CIA, NSA, DOD, all of you wax, right? We all hear the shit that you guys do. But we've got to have faith that there are some good people in bad places. I will never ever stop saying that. I will not say the entire CIA organization is shit. I will never say that. Never. There are some good guys in there, and they're blowing the whistle. They're blowing that whistle. They're telling on a system that's collapsing in the footprint of lies. Okay? It's falling because of the brutality of humanity. They see it. They're aware of it, and they're not buying it. They're not tolerating it. They're not having it anymore. They're not putting up with it. Okay? So with that being said, it is what it is. And it's a good thing. It is an absolute great thing that they too are waking up. We've all gone through it. We've all been there, done that. We didn't just pop out the room and say, oh, here I am. Oh shit, I'm in the body again. Damn it, again? See, we're going through this, I say it, call it a convoluted universe of awareness. Waking up to the consciousness. Waking up to the realism. The realism that you can do something about this. AJ, Alexa Jameson did something about it. She's doing something about it. She's teaching. Larry is teaching. Kenny is teaching. I'm teaching. You guys are teaching. Without a doubt, you guys are not liked. You guys are not liked at all. But I'm not going to go as far as to say a lot of patriots want to say, well, put hot lead in the brain caps of these politicians, man. Take back our government. No, man. No. Dumb move. No. Ain't got to go there. Ain't even got to remotely go there. Again, gather together. Stand up and that fucking chessboard will go flying. You already seen it. These guys This is a game. Look it up. The Illuminati card game. I already showed you Jason Aldean's tattoo. Okay? I already showed you the connection between the Jason Aldean's tattoo and the Illuminati card game of the card that says Las Vegas. Are you shitting me? Check it out if you haven't seen it. If you missed that part, check it out. Okay? I know a lot of you guys do and do not agree with a lot of what I say, and you don't have to. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to help you understand your own truth. Okay? My truth is very different than your truth, and your truth is very different from mine. I promise you. I'm only here to help you. So with that being said, all of you guys, I wish you the best. I will talk to you. Well, it might be tomorrow night. I don't know yet. I have no idea what band is doing. It might be Friday night, so please pay attention. 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 9 o'clock Pacific. 9 o'clock Central, and 7 o'clock Pacific Time. Until then, you guys take care of each other as well as yourselves, man. You guys are absolutely amazing people. On the way out, crank this shit up, Brainiacs. I love you guys. Good night. Share this broadcast. Share this podcast, because they can't stand me. Yeah. Let's do this. One of the fastest growing talk shows on the internet. Welcome aboard the Matrix Minds. One of the most controversial conspiratorial shows on the web. The Matrix Minds. And that's right. Buckle up, everybody. Let's go. Paranormal, huh? Conspiracy, huh? Ufology, hidden Egyptology, and anything and everything we can get our hands on. Let's go. Welcome aboard. The Matrix Minds. The Matrix Minds.
Take the blue pills. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole is. All I'm offering is the truth. Stay in Wonderland. All I'm offering is the truth. Stay in Wonderland.
responsive embedded web player. Censorship free. Get the game now with Live Push, the future of live streaming.
What is up, all my beautiful and gorgeous souls? I am Michelle Espinosa, otherwise known as the Shaman, through the Matrix Mind Media. So tell me, how many times have you wished that you had that special power of prediction? You know, to know what was going to happen before it actually happened and took place. To have some power and control over that situation before things came flying at you out of left field. The thing is, you actually can have that power. You can be aware of what's coming. Tune in to Astrology TV with me for Breaking the Cage. Every Sunday evening at 10 p.m. Eastern on the Matrix Mind Media. And I will go through the astrology and help put you on the right course and get you back in control of your own life. Love you guys.
This CBD fluid is a whole flower fluid extracted from the cannabis flower. We don't use any heat, butane, or chemicals when we extract, so we get all of the components of the plant. All the CBD, CBG, CBA, all the terpenes, all the flavonoids. This allows our body to absorb at 60 to 90% rather than the average of 6 to 10% absorption you would get with a CBD oil. Because our bodies are made up of mostly water and this is a fluid, it's highly absorbable so that you're getting 500% more nutraceuticals per dose. We also have this available in our CBD spray as well as a muscle rub with all kinds of botanicals. You're going to absolutely love it.
Check it out, Brainiacs. MatrixMinds.live/CBD. The CBD I use. Feel free again. Feel alive again.